Imagine being a young lifter who deep in himself know his insecurities and his disorders, who deeply in himself know what he's struggling with, but he don't know anyone he can talk with about it, or the people he talks to for this would like laugh at him, or they cannot really relate because they're just a lazy piece of shit, and he don't have anyone he can turn to. He don't have anyone which he can go and say to him, I'm stressing and I have an anxiety when I have a bad training, when I don't push my weights, when I hold a little bit of water, when I gain 1-2 kilos. He don't know anyone he can talk to about his disorders and about his insecurities and about his anxiety. It's literally teenagers are killing themselves. Teenagers are struggling with mental health. 10 years ago, before Hamza, before anyone, mental health even was not a thing. Nobody talked about mental health, but the problems were still there, man. People were still struggling and they were not achieving their goals simply because they didn't have the self-belief and because of the anxiety that came with the process and with all the stress. The first thing that helped me killing my anxiety and fixing my insecurities is face your fears, man. This is my wallpaper that was on my phone like 6 months, and I was looking at it every day 20 times at least and trying to implement it. Do what scares you until it doesn't. Man, that quote is just so good. And face your fears. Face your fears. Always face your fears. That's like the point. If you face your fears, it's impossible to have anxiety and insecurities. I mean, if you constantly don't get lazy, always face your fears, it's literally impossible to be insecure about anything and to have like deep, stressful nights. And how I managed to face my fear, the biggest way I faced my fear is when after the summer, when I finished my job and I had money, I bought a kickboxing equipment for $200 and I started going to kickboxing. Because before that, I was always scared. And you say, what? Why are you scared to start kickboxing? Man, because all my life, I was just a gym buddy. I was just training 3 years in the gym. And I was scared to get out of the gym. But I said to myself, okay, fuck this, man. I'm scared of losing my progress. I'm scared of going all in sport, but I will do it anyways. I will do it. And what happened? I got there, I was doing only kickboxing and a little bits of calisthenics like push-ups, pull-ups and crunches. And after 6 months, I actually improved my body, improved my discipline, improved my mental health, improved my mental clarity, and improved my self-belief and my view on training. My view on training, on cardio, on everything just got 100 times better. My body got better, I felt better, I moved better. Everything just became better when I faced my fear and I actually started going to kickboxing. And even though maybe, yeah, that's not the best way, you're not gonna have the most muscle there, you're not gonna build the most muscle there, it's not the most productive for like your muscle and everything, but man, I built the discipline that I was dreaming of. Because if I didn't start kickboxing, I would never have the discipline that I've got right now. And I'm sure you have a decision right now that you want to make. Like, you want to stop the gym and start like martial art, or you really want to just leave your girlfriend, for example, and try something new, try like degenerate life, but you're scared and everyone is telling you, no, degenerate is not good, degeneracy is not good. Or like if you want to quit your job, and you get me, things like that. Or more simple things like you're probably a little bit older, you want to get out of your parents' house, but you're scared, you need to find a place which you can rent, you need to find like another job, you need to start cooking by yourself, and you get all that limiting beliefs about anything. So you don't face your actual fear, you don't face a big fear that leads to all your small fears. You know, sometimes that fear of you moving out from your parents' home will keep you back from becoming a millionaire or achieving your dream physique. Sometimes this big fear gives you anxiety that eventually becomes like all that little fears, all that little overeatings, inconsistency in training and all of that. Man, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you don't want to be a fucking loser, face your biggest fear right now, because I know you have one. No excuses, that's your reminder, that's your sign, that's your everything to face your biggest fear that you have right now. No matter if it's go talking to that girl, leaving your girlfriend, moving from your parents' house, start the martial art, start training harder. The second thing that is for short-term, actually, anxiety cure is look at your surroundings. Because sometimes we just scroll too much on social media and we see only the top 1% people. You know, everybody's telling you that, okay? I'm not gonna go all in on that because you heard that a shit ton of times. You watch a lot of social media, like that's your way of living. It's very hard to like stop watching social media and to just stop watching the thing that you love. For example, if you love the gym, it's not that easy to just stop looking at shirtless people, man. It's like it's addictive. Even if you're not gay, man. It's just addictive to watch a good physiques. And the thing here is look at your surroundings. That means look the people that are surrounding you. It can be your friends, it can be random people that you see in the park, it can be the surrounding that you have in the gym, it can be the surrounding that you have in your kickboxing gym, it can be your family, the surrounding of your family. And most of the times you obviously see that they are way worse than you. They have worse physique, obviously, most of your friends than you. But even if it's not like that, even if you have the worst physique of your friends, that's still not a bad thing. You're in the right place. Nobody is telling you what to do when you actually look at your surrounding and everybody is better than you. Because that's why most people never start. Because they just get insecure. Because everybody is just better than them. It's like, look at them and grab your balls and go and ask them what they do. How you do that? How you have like this physique? What you do on day-to-day basis? What you eat? How often you eat? How often you don't eat? How often you skip trainings? How much you walk? How much you sleep? What you do? Literally ask him the autistic step by step of his day and of his like life that he had done and he is doing right now. Because if you do 60% of the things that he does, you will probably get 80-90% of the physique that he has. Because you know, like the last 10% of your potential are the hardest to get. And if you ask him about the most basic stuff that you can apply to your life that he's doing, because most of the people you see that are very shredded, the thing is they just walk a lot, they move a lot, and they move consistently. It's like, it's not like they do 5 days 10,000 50,000 steps and then 2 days literally all day in their house. They cannot stay in one place, they cannot stay in their house. But that's like another question. It's like, look at your surrounding, and when you see people that are better than you, ask them how you do this. And every time, don't feel like uncomfortable, man, just ask them. That's how I got better. I got to work as an animator and I was just asking successful people, because in the hotel, the people that I were animating, there were a lot of rich people, a lot of ripped people. I met a lot of bodybuilders, athletes, boxers, kickboxers, and I just go and ask them about their life for how much time they are training, for how long they had trained. I ask them the most autistic details that you can think of. And I just try to slowly adapt my life to their way of living and all that. And it's just like, if you see a person that is worse than you, try to help him because he needs help. But the second thing that you can do is still ask him what he do during his day, how his day goes. If you see like some person who goes to the gym every day, do his training every day, trains very hard every day, but still don't have physique that is as good as yours, ask him how your day-to-day life looks, how much you walk, and he probably say, I don't walk that much, I overeat, I binge eat, I don't sleep very well, and he will tell you all these bad habits that he do. And even though he's worse than you, you can still learn from him. It's like, look at your surrounding and start acting with it. It's like, if you see someone worse than you, start learn his habits and try to avoid them at all costs, because they led him to being unsuccessful and fat or skinny. If you see someone better than you, ask him what you do to actually achieve that body, and he will say to you, I do this, 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 and this. I don't binge eat, I don't like skip walking, I always move, I'm always in bed by this time, and get these good habits from him. The third thing that will kill your anxiety and most of your mental disorders is do what needs to be done by program. Sometimes most of our anxiety, most of our stress comes from actually stressing about not putting enough of work. I'm only stressed when I skip training or when I skip work, or if I just work as I want or work out as I want. Yeah, some people work like freestyle, go and work out, like do whatever they want, do whatever body part they want, do whatever sets they want, but they will still have some stress, or they will not have the best body, or they will just be like a special person, a special occasion. They will be someone who can manage to do everything by freestyle and still achieving greatness. But that's very little bits of people, you know. Most of the people, when they don't have a program in training, when they don't have strict diet, when they don't have strict schedule, work schedule, like work 2 hours or edit for 2 hours or study for 2 hours by 2 to 4, they just stress and they start procrastinating, they start avoiding the work, they start actually being scared for the work, and something little comes and distract them, like their father comes and says to them, why you didn't clean your room, and they go and clean their room, they start arguing with their father, and they avoid the work. When they don't have a strict schedule of doing the work, setting that time for the work from 2 to 4, for the workout from 6 to 8, they just start overeating, binge eating, not working out hard enough, working out too hard, not working at all on your dream, working too much on your dream, have a burnout. When you don't have a strict program that you've built, or like your personal coach built for you, and you don't actually go by it, you're not gonna have progress. Do you know how much times when I go to kickboxing, I want to do more? And I want to do more work, I'm energized, I feel like I can do this job twice, I can do the workout twice, but the other day or 2 days after that, I don't feel even like going to training. I go there and I feel awful, I feel like I will throw up, I feel like I will probably pass out, but I still had to finish it. You have a lot of mood swings, man. We are humans. We can control that mood swings with just consistency and with just adapting our body to the process of winning. Because when you have the same meals on the same time, have the same training, have the same sleep, or try to have the same sleep, and have the same routine, you will definitely achieve greatness faster than the person who just goes freestyle, because your body adapts, so it recovers faster, because your body adapts and knows, I rest from this time to this time, I train and I stress from this time to this time, I eat from this time to this time. And of course, it's almost impossible to always have a routine, but sometimes just acting on that routine, just trying your best to fit to that routine, will do the work for you. Not doing more training than is in your program, not eating more than your calories are, or not eating less than your calories are, because your appetite is different too. Not sleeping less than you said you sleep, not sleeping more than you said you sleep. Just follow the plan that you've got to yourself, or your personal coach got for yourself, and you achieve greatness. And not only that, you kill your anxiety, because as I said, most of the anxiety comes when you just don't have a routine, you don't have a program, you do whatever you want whenever you want. And yeah, I know that's the goal. I know that's the goal, to be just free and do whatever we want whenever we want, but you still didn't achieve freedom. So to achieve freedom, you need to do everything by book and by program, or try your best to do it by book. And when you achieve like $1 million, when you achieve your dream physique, you can do whatever you want. Because right now, to be honest, I can stop training for 1 week, or I can eat like shit and still look good, still have my abs, still have my muscles and everything. But I don't do it simply because I think I have a lot more to progress on. But yeah, with that physique, I can pretty much do whatever I want, eat whatever I want, exercise whenever I want, and still have some progress. But it's not gonna be maximized, you know. If you don't feel like you're enough, you want to achieve better physique, or you want to achieve more money, do everything by program, by your personal coach, or the program that somebody more successful than you told you to. That's everything that I've got to tell you for this video. I hope I helped you. I will be very grateful if you leave a like, leave a positive or negative comment, subscribe for my channel, and if you have time, watch that video. See you next time, brother.